sharing my story through media. And I think
And Samir, you are of
I don't know that
Indian descent, correct?
yes, I am of Indian
Right?
descent. Yeah, so there was really no other Indians on screen, and I don't know. I am not positive how things would have worked out had I not been born in the age where I could take matters in my own hands. And the democratization of storytelling has happened, and where I could grab a camera and film myself and put it out on the internet. And I feel very lucky to be alive during this time, that things are democratized, that I could do that. And even today, I think some of the best messages I get are from other Indian kids saying that
Yeah.
they are, whether or not they want to do exactly what I'm doing, they feel inspired to take a path that maybe is not traditional for the Indian community. And I think for me, that gives me a lot of purpose and a lot of excitement and a very positive feeling. I think because a lot of times we are just serving our inner child, right? And my inner child
Yeah.
felt like I wanted to see other people like me on screen, and so I get a lot of validation when I hear that. When I hear
Love it.
I'm giving that experience to someone else.
And Colin, what's your why?
I feel like I've been very lucky and privileged to have been in a position where I have grown up and been free and welcomed to follow a path towards creative expression, which always made me feel good, and towards people that I enjoy being around. I think a lot of what pushes me are those two things: being able to creatively express myself with people that I really enjoy. And that was something I recognized in myself in high school. It's something I recognized in myself in college with different people. And then shortly after graduating from college, I recognized it with Samir, that this is someone I really enjoy being around, that I'm inspired by, that I get to be more creative and express myself with. And
by the way, you guys have been together for 10 years, and that is really, really, really impressive. And I don't think you guys give yourself enough credit of how you found someone to share this stuff with for so long. By 10 years, most marriages disappear. Marriages, not even business relationships.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so that really for me is, my why are those two things: just people I enjoy being around, and can I continue creatively expressing myself? And this hits both of those on a daily basis.
Also, though, Colin is really just in it for the money. He's just saying this to be to sound more sophisticated than he actually is.
I love it.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
So I'm curious, from what you described of what your life was like before Nas Academy, getting to travel the world, meet interesting people, tell stories. What does your day-to-day look like now? What are you focused on? What does the next year look like for Nas Academy?
Oh man, my day-to-day is, okay, how is the product of Nas Academy? Is it good? Okay, how can it be better? How can we get more creators to build and start teaching their own academy on top of this platform? Like, I don't know, Colin and Samir Academy. Thumbs up if you guys agree that the Colin and Samir Academy should exist. Click like. The next thing I do, look at how many likes are flowing.
Wow.
The next thing I do is I look into who is the next person that must join this company that will make it better, right? Who do we hire next? Are they talented? Can we afford them? Can we hire the best people in the world to join this mission? We have 20 open positions. And finding the right person for this open position is like finding a needle in a haystack. So, and then once we run out of money in a year and a half or 2 years, which investor can I convince to come give us more money to continue building this company? So product, creators, investors, and employees. That's the 4 things I think about every single day.
That's Yeah, it is. It's interesting because you are essentially a creator now in a different light. That you're not just creating videos. Of course, creating videos is a part of what you're doing, but you have to create a company now.
Yes.
I think it's such an interesting undertaking to go from one person to all of these people. And you've talked about how 1,000 people working towards one goal, 1,000-person company. How do you feel that day to day of operating something like that? What is that like for you compared to being just one person traveling around, being responsible for yourself? Now you have all of these other people around that you also have to, get them going on the same path. How do you do that?
Well, I was thinking of making more content on how I started a company, because I think a lot of people are interested in that. The idea of building a company is not very intuitive. I think people underestimate this, but the people you work with become your friends. Like, it is nice to have friends. When I was a creator, I really didn't have more friends than just my girlfriend. But now it is so cool because everything that happens in my life, I have somebody to share it with. I don't know if that's answer you, but there is something good about building teams. And when I was a creator, I used to a few things that were accomplished by one person. Look at the hierarchy of things. The most important thing in the world is team. The second most important thing in the world is the individual, and the third is the institution.
I got to be honest with you, Nasir. You broke up there. I know you. It sounded like you had a very good answer to that.
You didn't listen to that answer? Oh my goodness!
I think we got you back now. I think we probably have time for one final question. Are you there, Nasir?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I think
now.
we've got you.
We got you back now.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It didn't change.
No problem. We're going to ask you one final. That sounded like a really good answer, and we missed it.
It's okay. For the next live.
Yeah, the next time. You guys will have to tune in. Next time we are all together, which is actually next week. But the question I'm going to ask you, this one comes from Instagram. It might be a quick one, and maybe we can fit in one more. But Bree Morris says, how did you first find the stories to film? Like, how did you figure out those 1,000 stories? Did they just come your way, or how did you find them?
So I'll tell you one thing: nothing falls in your lap. That's not a thing. You cannot expect anything to fall in your lap. The way I found stories is I aggressively went out and started searching for them. Aggressively. Who do you know? What is interesting? What is in the news? Where, like, the minute you land in a new country, what I do is I ask all my followers. I say, guys, for all my followers in Mexico, let's meet right here at this location at this time. And then let's say 500 people come. Then we all together I start asking 500 locals, what is interesting about your country? What is interesting about this place? And who do you know that is cool? And then people suggest ideas, and I literally start filtering through the ideas to find what could make a great Nas Daily video. So my community helps me a lot in finding ideas. And a lot of creators, think that ideas will come from you and only from you. But in reality, Nas means people, and so the ideas come from people, and I'm just the host. I just scream.
I just scream. That's the only quote you could take away from this. Yeah.
I love that, though. I love that sort of the ethos of your storytelling. The beginning of it was community to community sharing, and that's very much what Nas Academy is. So
It's always been. It always will be. Now, can you guess what Nas Hotel will look like? You probably can.
I can imagine it in my head. I can absolutely imagine it. Again, as I said to you, before I know it, I'll be sleeping in a Nas bed, whatever that means. My closing question to you is just for the almost 3,000 people who are listening right now, who maybe have something in their mind, a story to tell, an idea they want to get off the ground, or just purpose that they want to find in life. What is your advice to them?
I would be interested to hear your advice after this, but my advice is very simple. Do it every day. I found that daily, consistent, on the weekends, at night, at midnight, and at 9 a.m., consistent working for the same objective works like magic. I did it for 1,000 days, and it worked. Now I'm building a company for 1,000 days as well, and it's working. So don't subscribe to what society tells you. On Monday we work, on Friday we stop. Like, what the hell? Who decided that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my advice.
I love it. Mine, I would say I love that. I absolutely think repetition and just doing the work, again, experience is what drives everything. But what I'll say is have more conversations with yourself and figure out what that means, whether that's through meditation. For me, a lot of that happened through journaling, literally writing, just stream of consciousness, writing. Sometimes it happens for me when I'm swimming because I can't listen to music, I can't listen to podcasts. I just have to have a conversation with myself. And so find more opportunities to have conversations with yourself that will illuminate what purpose means to you. What do you actually want? Because it's not the same. What I want is not the same from what all you want. And what Nasir wants is different from what Colin wants, right? Colin just wants money. So, but
that's what I got out of this.
Yeah, take that away. But you just have to find what you want and what is enough for you. What is that? And I think a lot of people undervalue having that conversation with themselves, and they look to what society has defined as enough, or what society has defined as success, without actually looking inside and saying, wait, but what is that definition for me? And it will save you years and years of your life if you just spend an hour defining it for yourself.
So true. So true. And what about you, Colin?
I would say the inverse of that. Spend some time talking to other people. I find lately that the more I meet other people, the more I start to dial in with who I am and learn more about myself. So it's sort of the same goal in mind. And I do a lot of self-reflection, but part of figuring out who I am is also interacting with others, which for me I don't always feel like it comes super naturally. I don't find that I gravitate towards other people very easily. But that when I do speak with other people, even Nasir, like at your dinner, I had apprehensions going to that dinner and being around so many people, but coming away with it, I was, after it, I felt great and felt like I understood myself better. So,
wow, I love that. You looked at everybody around and said, "I don't want to be them."
Yeah, I said I will never go to a dinner like this again.
I love it. Well, you guys gave like the yin and yang answer. Like, talk to a lot of people, talk to yourself. Actually, I agree with both.
Love it.
Awesome.
Amazing. Well, Nasir, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. You are so inspiring, and every time we've gotten to speak with you, we always walk away feeling very energized, and we are very inspired with what you're building at Nas Academy. I'm sure we'll have a lot of opportunities to collaborate and build the future of education together.
I love it. Guys, Colin and Samir, thank you so much for inviting me over, and thank you for listening to me scream. And this Facebook feature is pretty damn cool, I gotta say.
It's very cool. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's come and joined us. This is